We're here in San Diego at James Coffee with Sarah. Thank you so much for having us, for using us. Let's get into it.
Great.
How long have you been a part of James, and how long have you been in the coffee industry?
I've been in the coffee industry for probably 12 or 13 years now.
Okay.
I've been in coffee for a long time.
Nice.
I've been with James probably for like coming on 8 years of that time.
Okay.
Probably. So a while.
Yeah, you got to see the company grow.
From the beginning,
yeah.
More or less from the beginning.
Okay. When was James started?
James was probably like formally started in like 2012.
Okay.
It's two brothers that actually own the company together. They started roasting out of their house in Poway, up north of here. And then kind of it grew from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What is your go-to daily drink here at James? Or just in general?
I drink a lot of drip coffee.
Okay.
I'm usually actually over at our roasting facility more than I am in our cafes. So we just drink coffee there. We've got brewer and make pour-overs. So a lot of black coffee daily, but like if I go to a shop, I prefer like an espresso and I get a cold brew usually.
Okay.
Actually is my go-to.
Nice.
So.
What is your favorite bean that you've got right now for drip?
Right now, I'm really partial to African coffees. So we've got a Kenya right now, and I love Kenyan coffees. So that's usually my go-to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great. What do you think your customers love the most about James?
That's such a hard question, I feel like, because it's so different for everyone. Right now, we're really focusing on being a sustainable brand and working on that.
I saw the go-to.
Jars,
So
this is actually a to-go cup.
Okay.
For us.
So how does that work? Explain that concept.
We have a jar deposit. We're not the first ones to think about this. First of all,
I mean, the coffee industry is a big remix.
Yeah,
so.
we're very inspired by companies like Oddly. Up in LA, there's a place called Bar 9.
Okay.
They were maybe one of the first ones to do it. They've been doing it for like 10 years.
Yeah, out in Culver.
And they actually have a few shops. But they were kind of our inspiration. And we've basically eliminated all single-use paper and plastic from all of our cafes. So people pay a deposit for the jar. It's theirs to keep. It's always, the whole set is always worth $1.25, and they can exchange it. They can bring it back and just trade out the jar for their fresh drink.
Okay.
So it's just a deposit system, basically.
Yeah. Does it come with the koozie, or is the koozie?
Yeah, koozie's included. The whole set is all one. Comes with a lid.
Yeah. Okay. That's
well.
awesome. And so, I'm sorry, I interrupted you, but you were saying sustainability is a part.
is a huge priority. So I think a lot of people actually come to us when we launched these almost a year ago now. We launched them January of last year. We actually had a lot of people come and be like, oh, I just want to come here now because you offer this. It's a give and take. Some people love it, some people hate it. It just depends on the person. And then just honestly, like we try to source like transparent coffee. We're really about like quality, consistency.
Okay.
Stuff, yeah.
Cool. Great. For James, how do you guys brew your cold brew?
We brew at concentrate, so we use Alto filters. We've used you guys for actually a while. We brew in big batches, so we have huge, like 30-gallon pots, kind of, that we use that have a little like spout at the bottom.
Got it.
So we kind of jerry-rigged our own version of it. And we just use the filter bags. We brew at a 5-to-1 ratio, and then cut it down.
5 gallons to 1 pound.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then we usually cut it 50-50. So our product ends up being like a 10-to-1 ratio. So it's still a bit stronger, but it ends up really nice and smooth. We really enjoy
And
it.
the reason you do the concentrate, is that for ease of shipping it? Because I'm assuming you're doing this all in one facility and the distributing.
It's more ease of honestly making it for us.
Okay.
We're actually in the process of moving our roasting facility. We just got a building up in Escondido.
Oh, cool.
So we're working on building out that space. It's gonna have a full kitchen. So right now we're like packed to the brim with our space that we have here. So for space purposes, really, that we have less room to spread out. But
that's everybody's thing within
generally
coffee.
brewed it as a concentrate for a while because it allows for flexibility. Some wholesale customers that we work with might want to use a concentrate for something else. So it gives me the ability to sell a concentrate to someone if they want it too.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Why do you think cold brew is so popular in San Diego? Because I don't know if you know this, but San Diego is probably the top cold brew drinking city in the nation. Besides, I think New Orleans is up there and Miami might be around there, but San Diego is like near the top. So why do you think that is?
We sell a ton of cold brew, so I for sure know that that's true. I think the weather has a big play in it. I think San Diego is a really big beer city and drink city, and cold brew plays in that same like
Yeah, I
realm.
can see
you
that.
can be creative with it, like you can be with beer. You can infuse other things into your cold brew. You can use it for a base for other drinks. When I work with wholesale accounts, because a lot of my job is wholesale, I'm always pushing cold brew because I know it's such a big thing in San Diego.
Yeah.
And it always does well. So I think weather is probably a huge factor. It's warm most of the year, so people can drink cold drinks. But I think just the culture of San Diego being a beer drinking city and just a like cold drink city in general, like it's something that's just very popular.
Yeah, that makes sense. I hadn't thought about it from that angle, but that definitely, it's the same culture, just translated into coffee.
Yeah,
So yeah, that makes sense. What do you think is the future for cold brew for James?
I
Or just
think,
in general?
Well, like from my personal standpoint, like I want to be more creative with it in general. Like I was talking about, like you can infuse other things and you can make it more of its own drink and not just a standalone coffee.
Yeah. Are you guys currently infusing things?
Not right now. I use cold brew sometimes for a base of like seasonal drinks. So we did a cold brew old fashioned for a while.
Nice.
I'll probably bring it back in the spring, summer. But I use like a smoked tea to make a simple syrup to give that like smoky flavor, and then some like Luxardo cherries in there. As
Oh,
like, a
nice.
sauce
You went
to, like,
all out.
sweeten it.
That's
went all out.
yeah.
But I use the cold brew concentrate as part of the syrup actually.
Okay.
And that gives me my coffee side of it without having to like pull shots of espresso. It's just a nice, quick, like
Yeah, you can serve that super
light,
quick.
sweet summer drink.
And it's a
that
higher
people
price
like.
point too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it definitely, I just think using it for other things can be fun. That's why another reason I like having the concentrate around is because I can be more creative with it. Where when it's just brewed at strength, you have less flexibility with it.
Okay. Okay. Great.
So, but yeah.
Rad. Well, is there anything else you want to add? Share about James?
Not really. I don't know.
Okay.
No,
All right.
my
Well,
goodness.
thank you so much. I mean, we're stoked to be partnering with James, and we're glad that we could come visit, drop off some filters, and hang out.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.